Are you ready to learn? Because my super experienced guests are ready to share some really valuable information. Make sure and listen all the way to the end to get help and support. So let's start with the best audio experience.
Hello guys, welcome to our show. Today we discuss about Facebook ads, how you can get results, sales, and how you can become manager on Facebook ads. I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Jody Milward. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Anatoly. Thank you for having me here. It's a topic that I certainly love to talk about. So looking forward to digging into it.
Yeah, I love this topic as well because I know it's important to use multi-channel approach. In most cases, I get results with SEO, but I can't ignore many other channels, including Google ads, Facebook ads. And Jody, can you tell, before we start, about your experience, background, and why you pay so much attention to Facebook?
Yeah, okay. Well, great question. Because I mean, there's so many platforms, so many options, and so many possibilities out there, right, for our digital marketing and to get traffic. For me, it came back to when I first sort of fell into this world of like online marketing. I was doing white labeling, white labeling of a weight loss product, and we needed to get traffic. So that's when I started to explore Facebook. And then I could see the possibilities that it gave not only business owners, but people like me who became a service provider running ads for clients, the opportunity to grow businesses. And it was such, and still is, such an advanced platform where you could specifically target people with certain interests or certain locations where they're living, target lookalike audiences as well. So uploading people who have purchased and then retargeting. And again, the retargeting, just to be able to continue to get in front of people, because that's not something you can do with newspapers and radios. And even with Google has its limitations with that if people are on like different devices. So Facebook was just such a powerful platform, still is such a powerful platform. And there are so many things that go on with Facebook, the constant changes, that it really is like a full-time job on its own, just managing Facebook and Instagram ads.
Nice. Love it. Okay, let's talk about weight loss. You mentioned about weight loss. And I'm interested about how to set up weight loss campaigns on Facebook, because, people on Facebook have different mindset. They're not ready to buy, but they are ready to get solutions. So if we share solutions, we can sell products as well. So can you tell how to change mindset for someone who opens Facebook, like me, for example? If I open Facebook, my goal to see my friends, to know what's going on in the world, but I'm not ready to buy. I have different mindset. So any insights how to create the right marketing campaigns to change this mindset?
Great. Okay, so there's a couple of options with that. Yes, Facebook is disruptive marketing. Like you said, you're on there to connect with your friends and family, see what's going on with those people near and dear to you. Facebook ads come in and they're interrupting that. So we need to provide a great user experience. And that's what Facebook wants as well, because it wants people to stay on the platform and provide them with a great user experience. So that's why it needs to make sure that the ads that it's putting out provide that. So there's a couple of ways to do it. There is always going to be a certain part of the audience who are solution aware. That is that they've progressed along a customer journey. Maybe they've seen your competitors' ads, and that's introduced them to the idea that, oh, I've got a problem. And then they start looking for a solution. So you can capture that like 1% of the audience that is actually going to click on your ad at the right time with a conversion campaign, for example, and get them to either purchase if it's the right price point. I mean, there's so many strategies with that, or it could even be just to get them to opt in for something. So you're offering them something of value. It's a lead magnet of some sort where they want that information. So you get people over onto your list, continue on with email marketing and then retargeting ads. But then there's also a strategy, which I love, is like warming up the audience and getting in front of them with some brand awareness. You see, when Facebook ads came along, people seemed to forget about the importance of brand awareness. They just went, right, I want results and I want results now, money in, money out. But it's such a valuable thing to build up a warm audience, customer loyalty, educate your audience, and then it's an easier sell. So I love to also include a couple of campaigns that educate my audience, establishes authority and awareness, and builds affinity with them as well, so that they can continue to see our content in the newsfeed, be educated, know that this is the one that can actually help me with this, and therefore they end up buying. And it can be an easier sell because they've already been doing the warming up in the newsfeed. So that's a couple of ways. One, tapping into those people who are ready to buy straight away. You've put something in the newsfeed that's a great hook that's enticing them over, or you're just putting in content that's educating and informing them, progressing them along that customer journey from where they're not solution aware, maybe not even problem aware, but you're highlighting your expertise and educating them, getting ready to show them that you're the one that can help them.
Yeah, valuable. I'm interested why your choice is Facebook, not Google, not LinkedIn, not Twitter, not YouTube. Many great channels we have today. What Mark Zuckerberg did to catch your attention and help Facebook users?
Yeah, well, I guess Facebook was just the platform that I was attracted to, right? That's where my friends were. That's where people were hanging out. And really, I have not gotten into Pinterest too much, other than when I was doing some home renovations. And I just found that this was the platform where I hung out. So for me, then it was like, okay, well, let me see what's going on here. And like I said, there is so much to know about Facebook. Things are constantly changing. Like there's what you see in the front end in the news feed as you're scrolling through, but then in the back end, when you actually have a business, there's Business Manager, and there's all the settings and everything that goes with that. And then we have Reels, and now incorporating Reels into our ads and the limitations, right? So if you have, if you've created a great Reel and it's got music on it, or it's got some animations and things, you can't pull that into an ad, right? So it's being aware and knowing all these little bits and pieces that keeps me very busy indeed as an ad manager.
Nice. By the way, about Reels, I found that Reels can get organic reach on Facebook because probably I can assume that Facebook doesn't have enough short videos to catch attention. So you can kill two birds with one stone, to market on paid ads and to get organic reach as well. So can you tell how to film some reels that will provide these results? I mean, like to get attention from users and we'll sell products in the end.
Yeah, sure. So a great way to test is actually, create the reel itself with the intention of, can I eventually use this as an ad? So when you do that, you want to make sure that, first of all, and this is what I always tell people, go over and look at the Facebook ad terms and policies so that you make sure you're creating something that's compliant for an ad, because you'd hate to create a great reel, and it's great if it can go organic and go viral. It's great if you could do that, but then if you can amplify that even further with ads, then that's awesome. So you want to make sure that you're creating things that can be used as an ad as much as possible. So then you've created your reel, you've got a bit of traction and some engagement on there, then you go, great, I'm going to pull this over into an ad campaign and amplify these results even further, target the audiences that I particularly want it to go to. That could be people who haven't engaged with your page, been to your website, on your email list, those warm audiences, or you could also send it out to cold traffic, those people that haven't engaged with you before, and see how it performs over there. Now, while it's great to put a reel out there, see if it gets some organic reach and go viral and gives you that proof that it's like, okay, people are engaging with that. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case, because there's times, you might create great content, but it's just, you just haven't got the favor of the algorithm. So it's just not getting out there. So even if that is the case, you can just put $1 or $2 a day behind that reel just for a couple of days to see if it does push out to the audience and then what the engagement is like. So you can test it for just a few dollars. So again, that's the great thing with Facebook ads. You don't need these big complex budgets and production things. You can with organic content, like the selfies and things like that, and just push it out there, test it, see if it gets some traction, get the data back, and then make your next decisions.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about catchy headline. For example, we touched a topic about weight loss. For example, I often see keywords like how to lose weight. I mean, like how to lose 10 kilograms for a month, how to lose 20 kilograms for 2 weeks. Yeah, name them. So, can you tell how it's important to be honest, in your headline? Because I see a lot of headlines with something like this, that you can, to lose a lot of weight for short time, but in reality you can't. So I think I understand marketers why they write such headlines, because users are looking for simple solutions. They want to get it. But in the end, we need to be honest, to transparent. So do you think it's a good idea to catch attention with headline like this, but explain in your context in the landing page that we have much better way, and you need to be patient with that?
Yeah, and like we see those ads, we see headlines like that, but they're actually not compliant with Facebook ads. So they'll get disapproved, some slip through eventually, and then they get disapproved, and your whole ad account can be shut down. And I mean, those kind of headlines are great clickbait, right? You're going to get people that are clicking, but we actually want people who are then going to be opting in. So we don't want it to be over sensationalized. That's actually something that I would identify as a bottleneck. If you have a lot of people clicking on your ad and then they don't opt in, one of the things I will look at would be like the ad copy, content, headline, to say, is this a bit too clickbaity? So you're getting people to just randomly click on it, and then they're not going to be bothered to opt in because it's really been substantiated there. So yes, you need to have a great hook in your headline. That's so important these days. Even if you've got amazing targeting, you know exactly your audience, you need to have a strong hook that's going to capture the words of your ideal audience. So, so if you're doing a webinar, then typically a very boring and uninteresting hook would be, free masterclass this week, right? That's not going to engage people. That's not going to make them go, oh yes, I want to go to a free masterclass this week. You want to use words that are going to capture the audience where they're at. So there are some headline frameworks, right, where you can use numbers, 3 steps to XYZ, or it could be like urgency, like sale closes in 3 days, or something like that. So there are headline frameworks which you can follow. Studies have shown like 5-word headlines tend to get pretty good click-through rates. So if you can combine a 5-word headline with a 3 keys to, or some number in there, or if it's something that's ending soon or a special offer, then you've got a bit of a winning combination there. One of the things that I also like to look at is like what my actual audience is saying. So I want to incorporate as many words as possible, verbatim, that they have actually said into my copy, my headline, into the ad, so that as they read it, they go, that's exactly what I've been thinking. How does she know? Like it could be like, I just read something the other day where, it's the big R word with the recession. Interest rates are going up. People can't. So I was reading an email and this person was saying, I've had to cancel the kids' swimming lessons. They can't go to birthday parties and, something else. So all of these ramifications, have had to get night jobs and all the rest of it. So that that caught my eye and going, wow, this is, this would be powerful to put in our ads or in our copy. So it could be a headline, so like for a business opportunity, like learn to be an ad manager. It could be like, get the kids going at swimming lessons again, or something like that. 4 weeks till the kids can start swimming lessons again, but something with 5 words. So that would capture the eyes of, the family that's now struggling because their interest rates have gone up and they've had to spend an extra $200 a month. So they've had to cancel swimming lessons. It's breaking their heart. That would capture their attention.
Nice. Yeah, valuable. Okay. 10 years ago, when I started my Facebook campaigns, I usually paid 5-10 cents per click, not a lot. And that's why I use generic methods. I didn't spend so much time to learn my buying persona, to consider personalization, because cost per click was low. Today, I need to pay like $5-10, 100 times more. And I
Right.
can't use the same methods that I used 10 years ago. Can you tell how to create a buying persona today? Because in marketing, we have this quote like, if you sell to anyone, you sell to no one. And it's important to know your buying persona. Any insights how to do it?
Yeah, okay. So I would generally, because with any of us, with the markets that we're serving, you will probably find it's not just one avatar or persona that you're promoting to. There's 2 or 3 in there, right? So you might talk to, like for me, I promote to women mostly, okay? So they can learn to run Facebook ads. So there could be ladies who have young children, ladies whose children are going off to university, and maybe even some that don't even have children. So I would talk to those ones all in a different way. So when you actually are looking at like, okay, who am I talking to and who am I crafting this ad for? I actually say there's like a way that you can test all 3 of those at once. So if you were to use like a lead form campaign where you're keeping people on Facebook, you don't need to create a landing page, or if you've got a blog post that would be relevant to any of these 3, you could do a traffic campaign that's optimized for landing page views. Always make sure you optimize your traffic campaigns for landing page views. They default to link clicks, and that's just a waste. So if you've got a blog and you've got these 3 avatars or personas, then write an ad for each one of those. One that's talking to that mum with the little kids, one that's talking to the lady with the grown up, going to the empty nest, and one that's never had kids. Write an ad specifically for each of those, and say the audience might be, let's see. Well, you can't target Tony Robbins anymore, but I'll just use him as an example because a lot of people know him. So if you got targeting Tony Robbins for avatar 1, avatar 2, and avatar 3, all different copy and messaging, different hooks there. Get the data back. See who is clicking on those ads, who's engaging with them the most. You might find it might be the mum who's, at the empty nest stage. They're the ones that's clicking on the ads. Then I would say, great, let's focus on this avatar first of all, focus our copy on this, find some additional audiences, create that landing page to get them to opt in. So again, you've got a landing page that is talking to them so that once they've clicked on the ad and they actually land over on the landing page, it's consistent. So we're not going to lose them. There's a higher chance that they're going to opt in then. So do a test, look at your different personas, do that work. We're looking at what are their pain points, right? Well, what are those things that's keeping them up at night? That bleeding neck thing. What are those things that are in their head? Go over to Amazon, look at book reviews, see what they're saying in these book reviews that your audience would be reading, and actually find those words if you haven't been talking to people yourself and you don't know what they're saying. So identify those avatars, those pain points. What is it that they're wanting? What are they wanting to achieve? So instead of, for example, okay, I'll talk about the mum with the little kids. Instead of just doing dropping them at daycare, rushing off to work, picking them up from daycare, shoveling food, getting dinner ready, shoveling food down their mouth, doing some homework, going to bed exhausted, and then just doing the same thing day after day after day. Wouldn't it be great to actually design a lifestyle that revolved around what you wanted to do rather than what had to be done? So what would the benefits be? That they felt more relaxed at night, that they actually enjoyed time with their kids, they were able to pick them up from school and have quality time going for ice creams in the afternoon. So looking at the benefits, what is it that they actually want? And then introducing them to your offer, your service as the solution to help them get there.
Nice. You mentioned about pain points. Can you provide more details? How to learn these pain points? Because I often see when marketers tell you need to know pain points and decide these pain points for your customers. Till you give more details how to find them.
Yeah. talk to your people. Okay. That's one of the easiest ways. If you do sales calls, have those sales calls recorded. Zoom does that very easily, and get a transcript of the sales calls so that you've got it all printed out. You or a team member can just scan through it and go, right, this is what they've said here, that they've been walking around with a question mark over their head thinking that there must be a better way. So have conversations, get on 15-minute calls with people to find out what's going on for them, why they may be signed up for your offer, or what's stopping them from XYZ. If they've come on board as a client, do a call with them then, okay, and say, why did you join? Find out. So have surveys, survey your audience, just create a Google form and have that sent out to people. So talking to your ideal audience is going to be the fastest way that you can get there. Okay. And that's how you're going to find out. And the next way, like I said, you can go to Amazon, look at books that your ideal audience is reading, go through the reviews. What are people saying? Why did they buy this book? What was the pain points that they were trying to solve with the book? Also, you can look at Facebook, the Facebook ad library. Look what your competitors are doing, especially if they're a bigger competitor, right? Because then they have, quite likely, they've done the audience research. They've hired a copywriter. And so they know if they're targeting the same audience you are, they probably know their pain points. Now, when we do that, we are not plagiarizing. We are not going to just copy and paste. You're just going to be there doing your research. Okay, you're using it as a point to go, oh, okay, so this is what they're talking about. And you create your own marketing from there. But that's a couple of places or ways that you can actually tap into the mind of your persona, your ideal audience, and find out, well, what is their pain points. I was talking to someone the other day, Mara Glazer. She's like the daughter of Bill Glazer from Glazer Kennedy. So copywriting pros, I called her. She was in the marketing mafia family. And she was saying about an audience that she was actually going to target. And here she is with years of copywriting experience. And she thought, right, everyone wants to have a 7-figure business and whatever. And so that was going to be the hook. But she sent out a survey and the information actually came back very different. So had she have just gone off with what she assumed everybody wanted, that marketing campaign would have flopped. So it's doing that research, asking your audience, that's going to, again, set you up for success.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, brilliant. I agree with that. Yeah, it takes time to learn audience, to understand their pain points.
Yeah.
And, when you explain about that, I got the feeling that the era of lazy marketers is dead, because, many years ago, many websites usually analyze competitors and provided the same. But by the way, let's talk about competition. You mentioned that you can learn them from Facebook library. And what I see, when companies analyze on Facebook library their competitors and do the same. No, I mean to create the same campaigns, the same, I don't know, marketing message, but competitors might have different unique selling proposition, different strong sides. Can you tell how to learn from competitors, but consider your unique selling proposition and strong side?
Yeah, great. I'm so glad that you mentioned this because as we go and we do our competitor research, you can end up going down rabbit holes, right? And you can go, wow, this person must really be crushing it because they've got all these ads and they've been running for this long and they're going to a webinar, so I need to create a webinar. But with all of it, right, when we do that research, we only see that tip of the iceberg. And we really don't know what's going on, what's the numbers underneath, how are they really getting sales? So we need to always keep that in mind. So just as you do your research, don't end up throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Keep in mind what your business model is, what your goals are, but just have a look and just cherry pick these pieces of information from all these different sources and then bring it back to your USP. What's your unique selling proposition? Ideally, whatever your product, offer, or service is, you've had some sales of it already, right? You've sold it organically, maybe before you've gone and launched Facebook ads. So you know that it's viable. And then it's always just a matter of like talking to your audience, people who have purchased your product, asking them for feedback on it and finding out directly from your people how you can make your product, offer, or service even better.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about testing. For example, in organic reach, if I test new approaches, I usually don't lose money because I just post and check out it works or not. Okay, if it doesn't work, I can find something else to test more. But on paid marketing, I can't save money because I need to spend this money to provide experiments. Can you tell how to do it right? I mean, like how to minimize the risk of losing money and find the right approach.
Oh gosh. Okay. So this is tricky because we can test in different ways. Okay. So typically, if you want someone to opt in for something or purchase something, or apply for something, we're going to use a conversion campaign that's optimized for that event, for someone to opt in or purchase or apply. Okay, those conversion campaigns are our most expensive ones. They're the ones everyone's going for. That's that like 1% who are going to click on our own ads, and then that 2% of those guys who may buy. So everyone's going for that. It's highly competitive. We can test other ways. Like I said, we can do a traffic campaign, optimize for landing page views to initially see if people are going to click and come over. We can use an engagement campaign. Okay, so that same ad that's in our conversion campaign, you can create it there, but then you can actually pull it into an engagement campaign, set it out there, much cheaper CPM, cost to reach 1,000 people. So you can at least test, is it getting any engagement? However, they're very different audiences that Facebook's sending it to. When you do a conversion campaign, Facebook will send it to people who are likely to convert. When you do a traffic campaign, Facebook will send it to people who are likely to, go over to your landing page. When you do an engagement campaign, Facebook's going to send it to people who are likely to engage. So if it works as a traffic campaign, then that's good. That's good initial data. Or as an engagement campaign, that's good. But there's no guarantees it's going to work as an engagement campaign. Even if you launch an ad as an engagement campaign, you target an audience, you go, this is going great. There is no guarantee that ad will work with another audience, or that ad will even work in a week, right? Again, that's what keeps us so busy on Facebook. Everything's constantly changing. Something that's worked a week ago may not work in 2 weeks' time. So I typically also say there's that 80-20 rule, right? About 80% of your ads actually won't work, but the 20% that do are the ones that hit gold. So we do have to do a lot of testing. So we need to get out of the mindset of like we're just wasting money. We need to look at we're investing in getting data to finding out what's working and what's not working. Is it the ad that's not working? Is it the landing page that's not working? Is it the webinar that's not working? Is it the offer that's not working? So that we can actually invest in getting traffic there sooner, faster. So we could, spend $20, $50, $100 a day, get some traffic there, get the data and go, right, okay, we've had 100 visits to the page. We've only had 3 people opt in for this free lead magnet. Something's wrong here. Is it that the funnel's broken? Is it messaging on that page is completely off? People liked the ad, but they didn't like the page. So we're investing in getting the data there quicker. So to minimize the risk, then, okay, you look at how much you can actually afford to spend. Maybe it's only $100. Then, okay, do $20 a day to see if people are clicking on the ad, getting that data through initially. Let it run for 5 days. You've spent $100, and then look at what the data tells you at the end of that week. So it's having that testing mindset and that, we're investing in getting data.
Yeah, love it. Okay, I'm interested about a hot topic, AI. And today, if I open ChatGPT or any other AI tool, I can ask, please write me Facebook ads, according to these keywords, to this buying persona, and this tool can, very fast. But can you tell how we can rely to such generation content? And do you use AI today to create your Facebook message or anything else like that?
Yeah, I have been playing around with it, of course, obviously. And as you know, it's as good as the information that you put into it, and then you keep asking the questions and refine things. I did an interesting test the other week. I saw Ryan Reynolds did a YouTube video, and his video was actually saying, I created everyone's cutting costs. So I created an ad for our marketing team for Mint, I think was his company, Mint Mobile. And I created this ad using ChatGPT. And I said, create an ad for Mint Mobile that's talking about this, this, and this in the words of Ryan Reynolds. And he read out the results, and it was like uncanny, and it was amazing. So I went to ChatGPT and I said, write an ad in the voice of Ryan Reynolds that's talking about the elite ad manager that helps women make 6 figures a year running Facebook ads for clients. And this was Ryan Reynolds' example. It must contain a curse word because that's what Ryan Reynolds does, but you've got to be careful with that on Facebook, right? So I had to edit it, had to contain a curse word, had to contain a joke. And what it generated was amazing. You could hear Ryan Reynolds saying it. It was hilarious. I put it on my Facebook profile. People loved it. I said, I don't know if I should run this as an ad because, I had to do some editing because there was some curse words in there. They're saying, you should totally run it as an ad. So I did. But that ad tanked, right? One, could have been because I tried to hide the curse words in there, which Facebook doesn't like. And then 2, is it that Facebook is identifying these patterns that AI copy is creating? So I have used other versions of AI. I have just put it in there. And I mean, it's great to get an idea with, because sometimes we could just get stuck and we just need that inspiration for different hooks or different angles. So it's great to do that. But other tests that I have done, and I've seen results from other marketers as well who are running Facebook ads, is that the AI generated copy has not performed as well as the human generated copy. That is just being a bit more personalized and storytelling, even though you can get AI to tell, a funny story about a mistake someone made with their Facebook ads. I've seen that too. But the human generated copy has still outperformed the AI ones.
Yeah. I love this phrase, human-generated copy. It's like human wrote this copy. Okay.
I know. Who would have thought we'd have to specify that and have a phrase for it, right? So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In my life, I made a lot of mistakes. I keep doing them. So can you list common mistakes that marketers, business owners still do by setting Facebook ads, and how to find a much better way?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So one of the mistakes would be, as we've already touched on, that you haven't gone deep enough and you haven't identified who your persona is. They just do very generic, very bland, whether it's out of fear of scarcity to go, oh, I don't want to rule anybody out. I don't want to narrow my audience too much. Whether it's because of that, or whether it's just been that they've been so busy doing the other bits of their business, building a funnel, getting all these things together. Finally, when it comes to creating an ad, it's just like, I'm exhausted. I just need to get an ad out there. So coming back and doing that, you used to get away with it a bit before iOS rolled out a couple of years ago and all the changes we've seen on Facebook in the last couple of years. You could get away with it. But these days, you just can't. So that is a mistake that a lot make. So you really need to make time to identify your avatar. And this is something that I'll continually come back to do every couple of months. Look at the conversations I've just had with people, bring that and put that into fresh ad copy and just keep me focused and on track as to who I'm talking to. So that's one of the mistakes. Another mistake that I would often see would be, again, using the wrong objectives. Now, this is something, look, I'm getting on my soapbox now, right? This is something that I hear all the time with the ad managers that I work with business owners that I talk to. They get on a phone call with a Meta Marketing Pro. If you've ever opened up Ads Manager, Facebook has this super annoying little pop-up now that's going, get on a call with a marketing pro, or they're sending you emails or they're ringing you up. Guaranteed, they are going to tell you to run a traffic campaign, right? Oh, you want to get people over to your website, you got to run a traffic campaign. They completely disregard what the goal of the campaign is. Oh, you want people to opt in for something? Okay, we need a conversion campaign. So a lot of ad managers reach out to me going, I'm so frustrated. My client got on a call with a meta marketing pro who told them they should be running a traffic campaign. And so they've turned off my ads and they're running a traffic campaign. Well, like I said, first of all, if you choose a traffic campaign, the default optimization is for link clicks. That's at the ad set level, optimized for link clicks. So that's telling Facebook, go and find people who are going to click the link on this ad, not land on the page. Just click the link. That's all we want. So you'll get 100 people click the link, and then you'll see maybe 50 actually land on your landing page. So you've lost 50%, right? We typically say you want at least 70% of people to get to your page. Okay, if you've got more than a 30% drop-off rate, then you've got to look at some further underlying issues. So the meta marketing pros or just business owners go, I just want people to get to my site, so I'm just doing a traffic campaign. It's optimized for link clicks. Sure, if you want to do a traffic campaign, at least change the optimization to landing page views. So Facebook will at least go to people who are likely to not only click the link, but also wait for the page to load and land on the page. And then you can retarget them for various ads. But even if you do that, if you have a page where you want someone to opt in or you want people to purchase, at Facebook or you just go, I'm going to do a traffic campaign, still change it to landing page views. You could send a myriad of traffic there, but it's not traffic that's likely to convert. So it's going to water down your conversion rates. So if you were to do a conversion campaign optimized for purchases, for example, where you've got a $37 product that you're wanting to sell, a low ticket offer. So you do a traffic campaign, a conversion campaign optimized for purchases. Facebook will, okay, I'll find people who are going to be most likely to purchase, sends them to your site. You might see you have a 5% conversion rate on that sales page. That's awesome. If you were to say, I just want to get traffic there, you do a traffic campaign optimized for landing page views. Facebook's going, okay, I'll send people who are likely to go and land on your page. You might get, 100 people there and then nobody purchases. You got a 0% conversion rate. You're going, oh, my sales page sucks. It's not the sales page. It's just the traffic that's gone to it that could be the issue. So that is another big mistake that I see, just using the wrong campaign objective.
Nice. I have a lot of students in my network who are looking for ways how to learn something new. And I found, in my experience, I usually get much better results with someone who understands SEO. So if you understand, we can cooperate together to provide much great results, But can you tell, for example, if you started today from scratch, without any experience, knowledge, skills, completely from scratch, what will you do today to learn more about Facebook ads?
Okay, so what I would be doing today is, like, I have a strategy that's called the client attraction code, right? Any business can use this strategy. We're not using the expensive conversion campaigns and we're not taking people off of Facebook. We're keeping people on Facebook. So if you were wanting to start learning and doing Facebook ads, you want to go and someone who's a business owner and you say, hey, I'm learning Facebook ads. Can I test out some things on your business? Yeah, great. Rather than me learning, sure, go for it. So, keeping people on Facebook. So doing engagement campaigns. So you're getting people to engage with the page on Facebook, have a video, building up a video view audience on Facebook that then that business can continue to retarget over and over again. Like I said, a lot of businesses just forgot about brand awareness, right? But they still might put an ad in the telephone book or on TV or on radio. Whereas you can keep people on Facebook and be building up an audience of thousands for just a few cents a day or a few dollars a day, and then be able to retarget them again and again and again, all the way for a whole year if you wanted to, when they're on Facebook. So they're very low cost kind of ads, just a few dollars a day. It's actually, I say $10 a day, could even be $5 a day that you could be putting into these strategies. You don't need to worry about pixels, Though always you want to have a pixel on your website, so if people go there, you can retarget them. But you don't need it for this initial strategy, keeping people on Facebook, building up this audience that you can then continue to nurture, build awareness, increase the affinity, and establish your authority with.
Nice, nice. And I have the final question about the future. Many things are coming. AI we have today, it's a hot topic, and we don't know how AI will change the world. Even Facebook has this, I don't know about metaverse, it will be or not, it depends. But anyway, today young audience likes, for example, my son, 12 years old, he doesn't know anything about Facebook, but he loves TikTok. He spends all time on TikTok. And when I asked him why you don't want to create account on Facebook, he told me, I don't need it. It's boring, it's not interesting. He has Snapchat. So can you tell what kind of future will be on Facebook? Because youngsters don't like this social media, and they prefer new social media, I don't know, with their interest.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's like any business, you need to evolve or die. Now, Facebook has however many billions that it makes every year. So, and a lot of that, like 90% of that, comes from its marketing. So that would become ineffective if there's no people on the platform to market to. So that's why it's, following along, it seems like stories and reels and all the rest of it, and just coming up with new things like forget the name of it, the AI, the vision, the goggles, I don't know, I think my son's got a pair of them, but it's continuing to evolve, and it will always be strategically thinking of ways and creating products that is going to capture, whatever sections of the audience that it's wanting to draw in. So yeah, like I said, they're always evolving. They're not going to just lay down and die anytime soon. So it's a matter of just watch this space and see what they continue to roll out with.
Yeah, love it. I think, marketers need to adapt to anything that future will bring. And if you have experience on Facebook, you can adapt much faster to any other environment.
Absolutely. Well, the TikTok ad platform interface is very similar to Facebook's. Not as sophisticated targeting that you can do in Facebook at the moment and other options. But if you were to go there, it's like, oh, okay, this all looks very familiar because it's very much similar to Facebook.
Nice. Jody, it's a big pleasure to get on my show, to learn from you. Tell our audience the best way how to reach out to you, how to learn more about you, how to follow you.
Yeah, sure. Well, you can just head to my website, jodymilward.com, or I'm on Facebook, of course, funnily enough. So if you just put in Jody Milward, you are guaranteed to find me there.
Okay, guys, you can find the link to the website and Facebook page in the description below. Listen us on Apple, Google, Spotify. Thanks again for your time. A big pleasure. Love all your valuable insights. Guys, you need to follow Jody, reach out, and please tell that you listen to this episode, and keep learning because the era of lazy marketers is dead. But if you learn, adapt, then future will be great. Okay, guys, love you. See you.